Hey y'all, welcome back to Homestead in the City. I'm Zach, and today we are going to look at 5 ways we've made our urban homestead more resilient and maybe a few ways that we could step it up. So we've just gone through Hurricane Helen here. You can maybe even hear some of the chainsaws still in the background in our neighborhood. That is a great opportunity to show the importance for resiliency and maybe show some flaws in your systems. Number one is my e-bike. This covers a ton of my transportation needs. It's very easy to charge up, just has this little battery. A full charge can get me, 20, 30 miles on a charge. I can haul stuff if I need to. It's a lot easier if you're in a situation where you have gas coming in, and even if you have an electric car, those take a lot more energy to charge up. And another great thing about a bike is if there are a lot of trees down in the area, it is way easier to get around, over, or under a tree that's blocking a road with a bike than with a car. And bikes you can get a lot farther faster than on foot. So e-bike is one of my number one recommendations. Number two is solar. We've just got a small, cheap solar setup that I got on Amazon and put together. Right now it is powering a compost tea air pump, but in an emergency, I can use this to charge up my e-bike and get around. So that covers transportation. I can use it to charge up my phones, and I could even use it to power my well pump that we're gonna see in just a second. Now this is an area I want to improve. Like I said, it can power my e-bike or this well pump that we're about to see, but not quite enough power to keep my freezers running that we're gonna see after the well. Number three is my well pump, and this is just a cheap pump that I got off Amazon. One of the things I love about it is it runs off of just a little 110 cord. So we can do our solar array, charge up that battery, and run the well to get clean water if we need to. I've already tested the water before, and it's pretty good. And we also use that to fill up all our ponds. So we can even take this water if we need to and filter that. So that helps tremendously with our water resiliency. We've also got these water barrels that we can fill up or use as filters if needed. Number four is probably my freezer. We try to keep it packed with things like my pawpaw ice cream, meats from our local farmers, and also things like water bottles. We don't want to have a lot of air in there. If you know how freezers work, it's going to be much better if they are full and don't have a lot of dead air that they're cooling. If the power goes out, then they'll stay cooler longer. Even if we go through all the meat in our freezer, we don't have to worry about protein. We've got another backup source. Eggs. We've got 3 hens, and they not only help us make some great fertilizer for the gardens, but also give us several eggs per week. We keep them fed not only off of food scraps, but we have some layer feed in this old trash can with some feeding area. They have access to the compost pile, and they can forage in this big chicken run that we have all along the backside of our yard. So even if we have a lot of frozen food, we got to be able to cook it. And if the power's gone out, then I can fire up my propane griddle. And if we run out of propane for the grill, don't worry, we've got this smokeless fire pit that makes an excellent stove. We can fuel that fire pit with branches that have fallen from our hickory trees during the storm. I'm also planting these cherry laurels behind me. And in addition to the meat and eggs for our protein sources, we have some plants. This is a Jerusalem artichoke. It has edible roots. I believe they're a good protein source. And if they are not, then these cowpeas definitely are. So that's another easy, tasty protein source we have in a pinch. So long term, of course, I want to increase my soil fertility so we can grow more stuff. We are putting in more perennials that will begin producing later, but that was just a view at some things that are going on right now, and maybe some ideas of something that you can do to stay a little more resilient even in an urban setting.